Hi, I'm Gareth from Consumer Energy Solutions, and we're here today in the lovely sunny Bryn Aman speaking to one of our customers, Teodora. They've had an air source heat pump, solar panels and internal wall insulation installed at their home. So let's head inside and find out how she found it. Teodora, so thank you for welcoming us to your lovely home. Looking really nice, giving us a nice tour of the garden as well, which is going to establish your overall experience with CES and make sure that everything that we have done for you has been beneficial. You enjoyed the whole overall experience. So can you tell us a little bit about, what your situation was before the Eco4 scheme and what the challenges were that you were facing?
So we moved here at the end of September. So we didn't know how to start the old central heating. We need an engineer, and we found an engineer, and yeah, it was quite old what we had in the house. We had a leak and all sorts. So I said, why not? I spoke with my partner and my two sons, and they said, oh, no, I don't think it's real. And I said, okay, we'll see. I had a lot of discussions with people from the offices, and the things were really, really smooth because actually I didn't need to do anything. They filled the forms, and at some point they said, yeah, you are approved and we can go for it if you want. And
so you were saying to me when we spoke briefly outside in relation to the oil previously, you found radiators getting very hot. So just tell us a little bit about that. That's all.
Not all the radiators were working because they were quite old. And, but upstairs it was boiling hot. My sons were complaining, Mom, it's really, really hot. So it's just a waste. We have to keep the windows open to be able to breathe. It was a massive difference. In the kitchen it didn't work. We didn't have any radiator in the utility, and it's a big area, and in the toilet downstairs it was like outside. So this is something new we acquired when we made the change. We have 2 new radiators in a place where we didn't have any, and all the radiators are new and functionable. And that makes all the difference because it's a constant heat in the house. Wherever you go, it's nice. It's not boiling hot, it's not cold. It's just constant, day and night. We keep looking at the, I don't know how they are called, the meters.
The smart meters.
Yeah, smart meter. If it's warm like today, it's sunny, can open the door, and I don't think the central heating is working now because there is no need, which is really good.
You find because it's automatic as well.
Yeah,
you don't even have to do anything with it,
I
really.
don't have to bother.
So how did you first come across the Eco4 scheme with CES more specifically?
On internet applied, and the answer was straight away. Yeah.
So what made you decide to go ahead with the installation?
This is an old house, a very old house. And a lot of things in the house are quite old, and we made plans when we'll refurbish. And yeah, our plans were quite far away. But with this offer, everything came in once. So things that we wanted to do in the future with our own savings, they came.
You always had plans to do something similar to what we've done, and then when you saw this opportunity, like you said, you thought it was a bit too good to be true.
Anyone wants new radiators, new pipes, and it costs a fortune.
It's even nice just having the shiny new copper pipe sometimes as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
How did you find the process with the guys that we had to come and actually fit the measures for you?
I was quite amazed because they first covered the floors.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't consider that. I was just, oh God. But they covered all the floors, the stairs and everything. They've been very careful with the house. It was noisy, I have to be honest. Every day the house was full of people inside and out. They work hard. They were hard. There were days when you wouldn't take the dog out, and they were working on the scaffolding, or yeah. So it was amazing. Yeah, yeah. Very hard working and very polite, very discreet, very nice. Yeah.
Exactly what you want from people who
Yeah.
are coming into your home,
Yeah.
especially for
I
managers.
could find a fault. Yeah.
How did you find the sort of disruption that it caused?
Yeah, I think we adapted when we saw, and they were telling us, today someone is working in the attic, so don't go there. I don't need to go in the attic. Someone is working outside. Yeah, it's raining. I'm not going there.
I think when you have something like this fitted at your property, you understand there is going to be some sort of
Yeah,
disruption.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah.
But do you feel as though the disruption was as smooth as it could be, considering what was going on, I suppose?
First of all, it's a problem of trust. Our door was open all day long, so they could come in and out, go in and out whenever they needed.
So the communication from yourself to the office as well, how did you find that process?
We found that it worked very well. They had so many teams that we were quite confused.
Yeah.
And inspections the same. We had an inspection for this, an inspection for that, and so in the end everything was smooth and worked out fine. We had sometimes 3-4 vans there. Yeah, working differently, and one on the top of the house, one in the attic, 2 in the kitchen, and yeah. Yeah, I think the fact that it didn't last too long, I think they finished in 2 weeks. It was amazing.
It's a big job.
Yeah, it's a big job. It's a massive job.
Yeah, and with the scale of the operation, not only is it a big job, but if you're doing hundreds of those every month, there is going to be, there is going to have to be a lot of departments to
Yeah, a lot of,
contact,
and every house is different. Overall, we are very happy.
What did CES actually install in your property to make these differences?
So everything we dreamed of. So we dreamed of having a new central heating. Yeah, we had one, a massive one. We dreamed of having new radiators. It was quite utopic. We have new pipes. We have ventilators in a couple of places in the house. We have the house insulated, the attic insulated, and yeah, it makes a lot of difference. We have solar panels which are working, and yeah, we can see the difference now.
So you benefited from a full house approach.
Yes,
which is
yeah.
something that we're really big on. We want to make sure that we are giving all the solutions possible to be able to have the biggest impact on a customer's home.
And our house rating, we have a letter, and it grew from F to B.
Really?
It's just, yeah, amazing, yeah.
That is amazing. So to go
Yeah.
from an F to a B, that's a
Yeah,
massive
yeah,
difference.
it's a
isn't it?
massive difference, yeah.
So how have you found that's affected in terms of the condition of the home, the comfortability, and then also the impact that it's had on your energy bills as well?
We use electricity for everything, for heating the house, for hot water, for everything. So we don't have split bills for oil, for electric, we only pay electric and water. This is a massive difference.
So how do you feel now compared to where before you had the work done?
I feel not just content, I feel relieved, because it was a worry. How are we gonna cope? Didn't trust too much the radiators because they are old, and the pipes, and but with all this fitted now and new.
Which part of the solutions that we've installed would you say you're most happy with?
The solar panels, because they give you a perspective. We intend to buy some batteries in the future.
Would you recommend Eco4 scheme to them?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I would just tell them, just be patient, because they know what they are doing. So yeah, just be patient.
Now, if you were going to rate between 1 to 5 the professionalism and the friendliness of the CES team who visited at your property, where do you think you would rank them?
I will definitely give them a 5. They've been so friendly. Then they made friends with my son, who is deaf, and it was amazing to look at them trying to have a conversation with him because he was curious. He's like a child. And the next day, the guy who was a team leader then, he learned a few signs. And yeah, and oh, that made me so happy. Yeah.
So in terms of the managing your expectations and in terms of the overall process, do you feel as though CES did that in the right way? You know, did you have a good understanding of exactly what was going to happen?
They explained all the way everything, so if I had any concerns, I could give them a call. Communication was really good, yeah.
What would your final comments be that you would like to share with people who are potentially looking at the scheme but aren't 100% sure, similar to your other family members, really?
Yeah, take the chance because it's worth it. Yeah, take the chance. It's difficult to afford all this work to be done with all those materials. It's very expensive and you can pay it for free.
Well, it sounds like you've had a fantastic experience with us, pretty much, well, all the way through the whole process, right from start to finish, even the communication, the actual trades guys themselves coming in and installing new solutions. It sounds as though it's had a massive impact
We did.
on
Thank
you and the rest of the family. Amazing.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for all your time. It's been really, really
Thank
good.
you for coming.
You're very welcome. Thank you.